And we need that. And here we go. And I'm lagging again. So it's got to be StreamYard then.
Yeah.
Hi, Marines and Army Mum. Yeah, it's got to be StreamYard.
Now who's screwed up? Hello, Marines and Army Mum. Eric, Nate, Moon.
Yep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's got to be, probably could be so many people on StreamYard.
But can you see Nightbot now?
Yes.
Then it's working now.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Hi, Keith. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, I'll stuck with my thumb up now. Look. Yeah, it must be StreamYard because if he was doing it on yours, I'm doing it on mine.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So apologies to the chat if we freeze up now and again. StreamYard's being a goof. But, oh, dear, oh, dear. It's good of Keith to stop by. How many you got? 7 in the chat. Huh. Yeah. Not bad for this time on a Saturday. Yeah, it still keeps freezing up all the time. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
I don't really want to sit there without the camera on. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, we're suffering with a bit of lag at the moment. StreamYard is playing silly bastards. I think we might have to. There he is. Hey, Dennis. Blah blah blah. Good to see you, buddy.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think we might have to go with icons and turn the camera off and see if that makes that stop with the lagging. Let's put my picture up instead. If it's gonna, I'll put my picture up.
That's a good one.
Hiya, Terry. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello, Terry.
We're having. I'll use that one. There you go. So you can still see me, but you can't see me. Because I think that's what the thing is. It can't. The StreamYard obviously can't cope with the cameras. Yeah, we're sort of. I figured I'm still wide awake, having done pokers live. So I thought, well, even if it's only for a short while, I'd fire up a live, give people somewhere to go. That's a blue collar pose. Do you know, I just happened to be standing by my car and my friend took the photograph and I thought, oh, well, that's fine. I wasn't actually posing. I just leant on the car. So there you go. It works. So we'll start off with a bit of humour for everybody. We'll have this one. I love that one. I think it's hilarious. Thanks, Terry. I've got another one of me. This one is a posing one. That one. Ooh. What's happening now? Oh. That's the one I want. There you go.
Yeah.
And then so you can see the other one better. Yeah, so that wasn't posing. So it was quite a good photo. Yes. That was paramedic motorcycle. Yeah. They still use me in London. How you doing, Dennis? Good to see you, brother. Always good to see a fellow wise man. Oh, stealth bike. Not much in the way of stealth.
Hello, Ephraim. Good to see you.
And I only did that for a short while because so many of the motorcycle paramedics used to get knocked off their bikes. Bearing in mind they're bright yellow, you can't miss it with blue lights and a siren on them, but people still manage to knock you off the damn things. But hi, A-Frame, back again. Yeah. Good to see you, Mark, anyway, even though you're heading for bed. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. People suck. Do you know what, Terry? During the pandemic, I was spat on, attacked. I've been stabbed twice during the time of my job. I had a guy during the pandemic try to run me off the road. I was on blue lights and sirens, and he tried to ram me into the central crash barrier on a dual carriageway and called me a wanker, making gestures out the window at me. Don't think he thought it was so funny when the police knocked on his door because I got it all on camera. So I don't think he thought he was quite so smart then. Oh, the pandemic was a weird time, Terry. It was. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Good to see you.
Hello, Amy.
Amy's got me hooked on a new hobby. I'm really liking the idea of getting a fret saw and doing some fret work. I'm actually sort of quite hooked on that. I'm not normally into that, but I actually watched the entire live of Amy doing the butterfly. I was fascinated to watch it. So, you know, it was, and the great thing is Amy sort of tells you she's made mistakes and how, doesn't at all give the impression that it's easy. But it was a really good video. Live stream. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure I will, Amy. I'm a creative person, as you can probably tell from my videos. Take care, Mark. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate it.
Take care, Mark. Have a good night.
Yeah, I'm a creative person. So where I like with my videos and anything I sort of do, if I can see a really good end result. No, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Really good. And the way you explain what you're doing and your whole sort of narrating of it is very good and interesting. So, sometimes those kind of things, craft videos, sometimes are very difficult to watch for any great length of time, because I think you start to see the beginning of something and then you know there's going to be a follow-up video of the completed article. Whereas yours, you're seeing it from start to finish, which is really good. It does keep you sort of hooked. You know, I apologise for my camera not being on, but StreamYard's lagging. Every time I move, it freezes. So don't normally have an issue, but tonight we are for some reason. Only if I can find stuff on previous SD cards, because I'm retired now, Terry. So I retired at the beginning of the year. So Rick's going to bed. All right, Rick. Well, thanks for coming in and saying you're going to bed.
Hello, Rick, and have a good night, Rick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's different, Amy. Sometimes there are certain projects that you're doing, but the ones that where you see it from start to finish, you know. There you go. Oh no! Oh, you want to check my clock? Hang on.
We have a globe guy and we have a clock guy now.
Hang on. Let me turn it the right way around as well. Let me move my head. According to my, it's a minute. No, it's correct now. There you go. There's the time check.
And don't you dare ask him for milliseconds.
Again, that would be old footage, Terry, because I'm retired now. I don't do it anymore.
Hello, John Paul.
Ah, right.
1 p.m. tomorrow.
So I'll have to check what time that is for me. 1 p.m. That'd be round about 6 o'clock for me, thereabouts, I think.
Yeah.
So thanks for the seal of approval, Rick. No, I know. I turned the camera the other way to make sure it was the right way. I didn't want to be told off. It's nearly time for Stonehenge. Ah, there you go. Stonehenge. Yeah, and I got a video of that as well. But I did an overlay of druids. So, and it's my birthday in 14 days' time. But guess what? You won't see hide nor hair of me over my birthday. I won't be on YouTube, that's for sure. You know, it's all good. I'm glad I got Rick's approval on the time anyway. Hang on, I'm surrounded by Yanks. Hi, Bad Files. Good to see you.
Hello, Bad Files.
Hey, Rykart. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Ricard.
It's all good. Initially, I was bored when I first... And Ding Lellis, good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Ding Lellis.
I will be busy. I will be busy. I will not be on. You will not probably see me for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. The rest is top secret. If I told you, I might have to shoot you. I'm sure there'll be a video at the end of it. You know, who knows? You just never know where I might be celebrating.
I know where he's going to be. He's going to be at the North Pole.
Well, if Denise had her way, yes, because she quite likes the cold weather. Like, she doesn't mind it. She would happily live in Norway. You know, she'd quite like that. That climate would suit her. Whereas I'd rather be laying on a beach in Barbados or something, you know. Denise doesn't like it too hot. But I like the heat. So, but you know. Yeah. So you might see me live streaming on a beach somewhere in my budgie smugglers. No, I'm too old for budgie smugglers. Too old for. I don't wear budgie smugglers. Oh, let's give everybody in the, put everybody off their dinner. It's the way the guy laughs in the car.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Hello, Anita, Flora.
Hi, Anita. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. No, I definitely won't be doing a live on my birthday.
No.
I should be soaking up the sun somewhere, undisclosed.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because that made my eyes hurt. Yeah, that I'll tell you what, Marines and Army Mum, that certainly is a sight for sore eyes. Oh dear, I couldn't believe it when my friend sent me that. I thought, Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh.
It's just good for a laugh. I just cannot unsee that. No, I know. That was my reaction. It sticks with you. That's for sure.
Hi, I'm your therapist. Hi. Are you depressed? Yes. I'm sorry to hear that. Your whole life's a fucking mess. What? Let me guess. You've got some childhood trauma. Maybe didn't get enough love from your mama. Bitch, I'm a therapist.
Oh my goodness.
I still
I'm
love
your
it. Yeah. I took that app off my phone. I don't have it on there anymore. Because they kept putting the price up and up and up and up. And I thought you were having a laugh, didn't you? I just love the way you get a bit, bitch, I'm your therapist. So apologies to the chat for the camera not being on, but every time we do, it freezes. So, as I say, I don't know if it's because loads of people are StreamYarding on a Saturday night or whether they're just having issues.
Yeah.
Because I checked my internet speed and that's fine. So it's not that causing the lagging. But it is what it is. We're here at nearly 2:45 in the morning. And 3:45 for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Saturday nights is always, because so many people go live on a Saturday night as well.
Yeah, and in the weekends they will be with the families too and go out and do different stuff.
Yeah, there's either loads of other lives running at the same time, or as you say, people are.
Yeah, because they can go out and they don't have to think I have to go to work the day after, so they go out and have party and socialize. And there is summer too over there. So,
hi Kenneth. Hey Frame, I had a sleep earlier on because I knew poker was going live late tonight, so I had a sleep before I came on. So I've already had a sleep for a few hours before I came on YouTube.
and me too. I had a couple of hours of a nap.
And that's what I tend to do because obviously the bulk of sort of the word followers makes it sound like a cult. So the number of friends we have from across the pond, if we went live our time, it'd be sort of like lunchtime for a lot of for you guys. So we tend to live stream late at night, unfortunately for us. But providing you get a sleep in, you know.
Hello, Kenneth.
Hi, Laurie.
Hello, Laurie.
So yeah, it's we have to do live streams to be able to communicate with you. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, brother. Let me go and hit the. Let's give you this one.
Here's the plan. We get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Thanks very much, John. Much appreciated. Moon's just got 10 notifications.
Yeah.
The Americans don't have that kind of schedule. Arizona. I love Arizona. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, buddy. I loved Arizona. I didn't want to come home. I was staying in Mesa and working out of Apache Junction. And I loved it. I was in a hotel initially, and then I had a condo which overlooked the Superstition Mountains, which I absolutely loved. Drove up to Scottsdale and all around that way. Went to the Botanical Gardens where I took a photograph of the lake, and just by fluke, when you look at it in the Botanical Garden, you can't tell which way up the photograph is. You can turn it either way. Yeah, I bet it is, John. We're suffering the same. The exchange rate goes up and down like a bloody yo-yo. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, I did like Arizona. The only thing I found you can't get in Arizona, you can't get a decent Chinese in Arizona. I found all the Chineses were a bit crappy. But then,
hello, Marsha.
I guess that's finding your way around. Hi, Marsha. And I still have membership to Embassy Suites in Phoenix, which had the most amazing spa and hot tub, swimming pool type thing. You know, it was great. Loved going there. That was a great place to go and unwind after a day's work. Because they got this massive, great outdoor swimming pool with all like rocks and all that, and then you go into one bit and it's like a hot tub. Oh. Absolutely amazing, really great. Yeah, it was fantastic. I spent hours in there. So I wonder I didn't get out looking like a prune. So much time. But no, I loved it. It was great. They used to look at me like I was mad because being a Brit and not be, you know, I'd be walking around in a polo shirt and shorts, and everyone was driving around in their air-conditioned cars, and they used to sort of look at me like I was mad because, of course, to me it was great.
Yeah,
but after a while, people said that, you know, that lived there, you know, your blood thins and you feel the cold of a night time. I was still walking around in shorts and polo shirt, and they were wearing jackets. So wearing sports jackets of a night time.
Yeah.
But to me, it was hot still. But, you know, and it was okay on the helicopter because, you know, had a big fan to keep you cool. But, yeah, Scottsdale, Glendale, did all of that. Went up to the Grand Canyon, Painted Desert, went to a mine. I think that was Tucson. Went and saw an old mine. Went to a couple of the Indian reservations. I mean, I used to go out to them anyway because that was part of my job. But I think it was Wupatuki was one I went to. I've got a few souvenirs from there. but I loved it.
Yeah.
Because I think as you come out of Scottsdale, you drive past, they've got teepees at the side of the road. Well, I was there for 18 months, so I went through the whole lot, basically. Even snow. I even saw the snow.
Hello, Wicked.
So, but when I was first there, the average temperature was around about 125. All right, Amy, no worries. Get some rest. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll catch you on your next one.
Have a good night, Amy.
I'll certainly have a look at the one you've just done that you're doing a part 2, and I'll run that and take a look. Flagstaff, yeah, did Flagstaff. I think it was Glendale where I covered myself in ketchup and the people in the booth behind me because the little shits had bent the tabs on the ketchup bottle top so that when you shook it, the lid came off. And I got covered in tomato ketchup, and so did the people sat behind me. Fortunately, because I was travelling to go and stay in another hotel, I had a change of clothes in the back of the car. So I just cleaned myself up and standing at the back of my car, changing my shirt. But, yeah, the painted desert certainly is a sight. I mean, I took photographs of that and the Grand Canyon and everything, but you can't really photographs of the Grand Canyon. You can't really appreciate the sheer scale of it. Pictures just don't do it justice. It's so difficult because you can't really see how vast and how big it is. But I did enjoy it. As I say, and I didn't want to come back. I'd have quite happily stayed. It is lovely. As I say, I went to a big botanical garden. And that was beautiful. You know, you wouldn't imagine a desert sort of thing being, but it is. Called the Grand Circle. Ah. It's funny because someone said to me on one of my lives, I've seen more of America than they had, and they live there.
Yeah.
Yellowstone. Yeah, well, if I find myself out there again, that's somewhere I would definitely go. I would certainly go there. The thing is, it's always the same. When you live in a country, you don't tend to sort of take any notice of it. I mean, I've travelled a lot of this country. I mean, Marsha would be a good example. I put a video up of a castle and Marsha thinks it's amazing. Whereas to me, it's old hat because we've got loads of them. I mean, I've got 5 within an hour's drive of me, and I've got some that are right on my door. No, I slept early. That's what I was saying, Eric. I slept before I came on the live. Anyway, buddy, take care, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Take care, Eric. Drive safe.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, you know, I've got castles and all that, and I take them for granted because, you know, I used to drive past Tower of London every single day, over Tower Bridge, past the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace I used to see every day. And to me, it's just like old hat, you know, it's nothing special because it's there, you know. But I do enjoy going to them and filming so you guys can see them. And I love going around them, but we do take them for granted because we have so many of them. It's, I remember somebody saying to me about the old bridge. Have you seen the old bridge? And I said, which one do you mean? Because we've got tons of old bridges in the UK. They meant Tower Bridge, which actually is not that old. It's not as old as you might imagine. Yes, it is old, but it's not that old. So, but You know, got a lot of old buildings, castles, even sort of down on the coast, you know, all the military bunkers and stuff like that. So it's, but again, I think when you live in a country, you do take it for granted because it's something that you see on a regular basis and you don't think anything of it. You know, it's like poker. He takes me for granted because he sees me all the time.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I can agree with you there. As I say, I thought, you know, people always think of that deserts and they think, oh, you know, but I have to say, I loved Arizona. I really did. For me, I found the climate agreeable. The only thing was all the dust all over your car all the time. You know, that was the only thing. Car was always covered in dust. But other than that, no, it was great. You get corn and beans. Yeah. It's what you make it at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, dry. Yeah, that's it. You see, the UK is very humid.
Yeah, too.
It's very, very humid in the UK because we get so much rain, and then when the sun does come out, it draws all the moisture out of the ground. And yeah, it's. I love the heat. It's humidity I don't like. I do not like the humidity, and that's why I think I liked Arizona. And of course, being a hay fever sufferer, I didn't suffer with hay fever either, which was good. Yeah, it's the same here, A-Frame. It gets very oppressive here. The one thing that it's how I described my time in Arizona is like here with the clouds, it's like you feel like you could stretch your arm out and almost touch them. Whereas in Arizona, they seem like they're so far away that you could never reach them in a million years. It's still cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah, she still remember that one, Marines and Army Mom. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the sky seems like it's a long way away in Arizona with that sort of desert areas, you know. So, well, I did an Indian tonight. I did sheep kebab with salad and mint and yogurt, onion barges. As long as the fires are not raging. Yeah. But it does. The sky seems a long way away. Like, you know, everywhere else, it seems like you've got a ceiling, but like sort of the desert area, it's like the sky just goes on forever. It's the only way I can sort of describe it. Great sense of openness, open space. So, saw some pretty. Hey, Gator. Good to see you, brother.
Hello, Gator and
Hey,
Brandon.
Yeah, it's totally different. Totally different. Sort of everywhere there sort of seems closed in. There's something, you know. I tell you, I can't. Saw some fantastic electrical storms as well when I was in Arizona. Montana. Yeah, I can imagine actually. I've done quite a lot of the states. I've been to quite a few places. I did the usual, like, you know, while I was there, I did California and Florida and all that kind of old nonsense to say. The one place I haven't been, well, I have, but it was only like a stop, is New York. That was a flying visit, literally. I wouldn't mind spending some time in New York. Because it's quite funny, actually, when you see like the movies here in the UK of New York, it's a bit like Crocodile Dundee. You can't move. All the movies show New York as being jam-packed solid with people. And yeah, Brooklyn goes out and makes a video and you see stuff, and or someone driving through New York, and it's not like that at all. I think London is probably more crowded and more congested than New York. From what I've seen, you know, I could be totally wrong, but stuff I've seen from people that have driven through. Yeah, I can believe that, right? I've seen, you know, New York State as well. So, yeah, I might get to fit it in. It's like probably the most, I'm trying to think, Dorset and Somerset here in the UK is beautiful. I love Devon and Cornwall on the coast, but inland, Somerset, Dorset, beautiful. Well, Dorset goes onto the coast as well. That's got a beautiful coastline, very rugged, the old rocks, and that's Dorset is where it's got the something. It's not Dumbledore, as in like Harry Potter, but it is Dumble something, and then door as a separate word. I can't remember the name now, but it's got the big archway in the cliff that you can sail a boat through. It's amazing. I've put a video up of it. Durdledore, I think it's called Durdledore. But absolutely beautiful. It's, you know, it's amazing places. Norway is a shithole. You know, it's a terrible place. Awful.
Don't come over here.
Yeah, I don't want to. Bastards. Bloody Vikings. Yeah, so Dorset and Somerset, around that area. That's got a lot of the sort of the stone cottages and thatched roofs and all that kind of thing. Beautiful rolling hills and countryside. Beautiful coastline. Devon and Cornwall seems to be where all the surfers go, where you get a lot of surfing. Devon's got very nice sandy beaches and is very, very sort of nice. Cornwall's got a much more rugged coastline. And you've got the old tin mines. I think in one of my videos I've walked along and you can see the little towers from where there was previously tin mines there. Can't remember which video it is. It'll be on one of my coastal ones, coastal walks or whatever. But you see all the old tin mines and all that. It was known for that. And of course, there was all like the pirate coves and all that as well back in the day when there was the pirates. Because people laugh and joke about the accents for like sort of Devon and Cornwall. And so they all sound like pirates. And I said, well, that's where they came from. That's why they all sort of, you know. But it's one of my favourite places. And then the Isle of Wight is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love the Isle of Wight. If I could afford to live there, I would probably go and live on the Isle of Wight, but it's expensive, being an island, unfortunately. So, yeah, I can imagine, right? I can imagine driving an 18-wheeler through New York. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would hate that as well. It's like now, I don't drive into London. I hated it. It's a nightmare. It's all stop, start, nose to tail in traffic. So you know, no, I quite happily stay away from London now. It's like I said to people that have said they want to come to the UK, you know, so if you're going to see London, stay in a hotel outside of London, because to stay in a hotel in London, give you an example, a London hotel would probably cost you round about $500 a night. Wow, thanks, Eric. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. I will give you this.
Here's the plan. We get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Have a good night, Eric.
Take care, Eric, and I'll probably see you in Eric's. I'll probably see Eric in Eric's. We've got to get you live streaming, Eric. Got to get you live streaming. Yeah. Eric's got a great channel as well. You take care, sir. See you soon. But yeah, about $500, between $500 and $600 a night to stay in a London hotel. You guys are looking at. Yeah, it's horrendous. It really is.
Yeah.
So I'd say to anyone like from across the pond that's coming here, stay outside of London and then, you know, get a train in or whatever, or a coach, but don't drive into London because it's a nightmare. The London hotels are horrendously expensive. And even the little ones, you know, I mean, you've got like your Ritz and, you know, the Hilton and all those that are all sort of well known. But you've also got the smaller independent ones, and they've all whacked all their prices up because of tourists.
Yeah.
And one thing I would say to anybody from whatever country they're coming from, do not buy food from any of the street vendors. Do not buy from street vendors at all. And I'll tell you for why. I'm going to put this picture in your head to give you a reason. So they're in the middle of the street. Well, not literally in the middle of the street, with their burger stand or hot dogs or whatever. Where do you imagine that they go to pee, and where do you imagine they wash their hands? The London Eye is quite a popular attraction in big Ferris wheel, basically. It's a very popular. The guys there that run like the little burger and hot dog stands, they literally have a bucket underneath the cart where they keep the bread rolls and everything that they pee in, and they have nowhere to wash their hands. So that is one reason why I would never, ever buy food off a street vendor in London, or anywhere, to be honest. They had a whole thing on it on the TV. One of the health inspectors went round, and the guy, he was checking his thing, and he got a bucket of pee underneath. He opened the doors up on his little aluminium cart, and he got a whole stack of bread rolls. All right, they were in bags, but next to it was a bucket of piss, basically. So he got shut down, obviously. But you think it is Marines and Army. It's disgusting. But any of those kind of things, when you think about it, with those carts, where are they going to the toilet and where are they washing their hands? They're not. You know. Health department does not exist over there. Well, not really, no. They're council health inspectors. They get out there eventually. You'd be amazed. I've always said to people, if you want to know any kind of like burger vans, you know, I mean, I have a friend who's got one, and he's near a building, and he goes in, he uses their bathroom and all the rest of it, and washes his hands, of course, and his place is absolutely immaculate. But as I've said to people, look to where the emergency services go. There'll be a safe bet. If you see ambulances parked up and they're getting food from it, or the police or the fire department, then you know the food's going to be okay, because we're quite fussy about where we go for food, obviously. And the other thing is, with a lot of the street vendors in London, is they use the cheapest quality meat. So God knows what's in the hot dog sausages and the burger as well. If there's any meat in them, I'd be surprised. You know, but the burgers from the burger vans that you see, like in London, unless they're like a big proper sort of type thing. Hi, Dimmy. Good to see you.
Hello, Dimmy.
The burgers are like the ones I reviewed on my channel. They're like mush, they're like cat food, cheap and nasty.
I'll be right back.
No worries. But yeah, I don't buy from street vendors. I don't buy from street vendors, and I'm sure it's the same all over the world if you really wanted to look into it. It's not something that's unique to the UK, but I think anything in a tourist area, you've got to be careful, because one, it's going to be overpriced for a start, you know, and they're going to screw you over, you know, because they can. The worst thing here is when they have any kind of festivals and things like that, and you get these vans on site. Their prices go through the roof because they've got a captive audience. You know, there's nowhere else you can go. If you want something to eat, you have to go there. So they can pretty much charge what they like. I mean, fish and chips, cotton chips from a chip shop per person, you're probably looking about £10. Whereas you go to one of these festival things and they'll charge you, it'll be like £20 a head. It's always double in price, because again, if you want it, you know, you've got to pay it. Hi, Photos Against Anxiety. All these creative people, you see, Photos Against Anxiety, distracted imagery. All these creative people coming in. Gator, who just creates. Sorry, brother, I can't help give him stick. But yeah, any tourist sort of spot is always going to charge you more. I can't believe how much an ice cream is now. It's crazy. You go to buy an ice cream, you need to remortgage your house. It is absolute madness. So I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Nightbot's doing his bit, so that's good. Of course, Gator, I've got to give you stick. I've got to give you some stick. Cream cheese bagel. Yeah, but you have bacon in it as well, Marsha. Bacon and cream cheese bagel. Mentioned ice cream. Oh dear. Used to go to a bagel shop and have a and funny enough, it was a thanks, Marsha. It was a Jewish bagel shop, and he used to do bacon bagels. which was funny. But of course, they'll do whatever, you know, if that's what the punters want. I like the cinnamon bagels. I do quite like a coffee with a cinnamon bagel. They're nice. I apologise once again for the camera not being on, guys, but StreamYard's playing up. It's lagging so badly if we have the cameras on that we're sort of juddering. And as I say, I don't know whether it's because there's loads of people on StreamYard or whether they've got issues. So I turn the camera off. But who doesn't love bacon? Hey, A-Frame? Food of the gods, bacon. Food of the gods. Just the smell of bacon makes me feel good. I love the smell of bacon cooking. Where's Poker disappeared to? What's he up to? He says he'll be back. He's probably got to bed. He's probably sleeping. Let me run a video. Hang on, where'd it go? Let's do this one for my #1 supporter. There we are. Have to play that for the #1 UK Medic channel supporter. I have to do some more of those for some other channels as well. Is it me or has the chat stopped moving? Has you all fallen asleep? Poker's deserted me. Poker's run off and left me. Here's one for you, Dimmy. This took me 18 hours to create this, and I've done one for several other people. Let me just scroll up to it. This was a labour of love to create this. That took 18 hours to make that.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So, Medic, do you have any plans to do the 10 free memberships?
I haven't got my YouTube up.
Yeah. I'm just wondering.
Pokerotti went missing in action. They are Marines and Army Mum. You need that. The Marines and Army Mum experience coming up. That was 18 hours worth of work. It took ages to do. Well, I like the cinnamon. I'm not keen on raisins, but I do like cinnamon. So, yeah, that was a lot of work. Because it's literally rendered line by line because it's 3D. It takes so long to do. Yeah. I mean, I did one for Shady. Big up Shady's got one. I did one for him, and I did one for Weave's World as well. It was a lot of work. But and I don't really use it. I suppose I should. And then just messing around, I did this. Well, I can find it. This one was just a brief one that I did for a laugh. That's how I spend a lot of my time messing around, editing and creating stuff, intros and bits and pieces. I've learned a lot. It's actually 20 past 3 in the morning. Yeah. I had to sleep earlier, Marsha. I was too tired to go live when I said I was going to, like at 5 o'clock. So I slept, and then Poker said he was going live. So I had my sleep and then came on. Yeah, me too. I mean, people comment on my videos and say about the beautiful footage and especially the drone stuff. But a lot of it is the post editing and the music. I'm very, very careful about the music that I put on the videos, and I don't care if it's copyrighted and the video can't be monetized. I'm not going to spoil a really good creative video by using NAF copyright-free music. You know, if the music needs to be copyrighted and I need to use it for that video, then it gets used. Because the monetary side of it's not important. What is important is I put out a good video. And if that means using music that is copyrighted, then I'll do it. I'm not going to sacrifice a really good video for NAF music. So, but I do enjoy editing the videos. I enjoy creating the intros and stuff. You know, that's the fun part. The filming's easy, to be honest. It is A-frame. That's why, as I say, you know, I spend a lot of time trying to find the music for my videos. A lot of time. In fact, that's probably what takes more time than actually editing the video, is finding the music that fits. And not only do I find the music that's suitable, where there's transitions in the video, I try and make the music fit to the transitions. So if there's something that's sort of dramatic, the music will have that dramatic bit. Thanks, Afro. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's important to me, you know. But as I was saying to Eric Yogi, doing burpees in his basement, even just raw footage as well, literally something you've just filmed and then just uploaded, is also as good. Thank you, Gator. Appreciate that. I just want to make sure that what I put out is good stuff, you know, as I say, and I'm not worried about whether it's monetized or not, because it's ridiculous to produce a really good video and then use a bit of NAF music from YouTube's video library. You know, every now and again you'll find a bit of music in there that's okay, but for most of the stuff that I do, like the wildlife stuff, yeah, exactly, Dimmy. I agree. If you're going to put the effort into producing a video, no, I mean, I'm fortunate. I do usually get very good comments. I mean, Marsha always comments on how the music's matched up, and Goldie and several other people really do appreciate the effort that I put into finding the right music. Hey, Susanna, thanks for stopping by.
Hello, Susanna.
They really do appreciate, you know, the effort that I've put into it, but a lot of people don't even notice it. And I even had one guy criticize me and go, "Why the music?" And I put, "Well, why not? Because it's a ship. What do you expect to hear? You know, all you're going to hear is seagulls screeching, and that's about it." So it made sense to have music. yeah, it is very hit and miss with the music. You know, sometimes you have to, especially if you've got a long video and trying to find, you know, you can't always find a long piece of music, so you've got to piece together several pieces. Yeah, yeah, Debbie, that's good. Got to get her to make more. Thing is, when you do the videos, it is the time spent editing. You've got to have that time. I mean, I'm retired, so now I have the time. I have to confess, Dimmy, I haven't been over to your channel for a while. My bad. But then I have been busy uploading and editing loads of stuff for myself because I was trying to achieve a target. So I've concentrated quite a lot on my channel. But of course, I do mention you always in my shout out videos. So, but it's hard to get round to everybody when you're trying to create. No, well, I will make a point, Demi. That's seeing Gator's comment reminded me that I really should stop by your channel. And but I say I wanted to get my channel to a certain point. I had a target that I wanted to achieve, so I've put a lot of effort into getting to that. I wanted to be on 5K subscribers before my birthday, and I've achieved that. I'm just slightly away from the full monetization. Again, it's not about the money, but I do set myself targets. Otherwise, where's my motivation? You know, and I don't live stream that often. So I've had to sort of direct my efforts in other areas to try and get the numbers up and trying to put out content that people are going to watch. I mean, my videos have gone from, a lot of my videos now have gone from being, I used to do just like 3 or 4 minute videos because I didn't want people to get bored. But I've now gone for the longer sort of videos, you know, which not everyone does, but I know that Marsha definitely does watch them because she comments on the entire video several times. So I know of all the people that watch my videos, I know that Marsha has watched it because she's commented on the various points right to the very end of the video. Whereas I've put a video up that's 13 minutes long, and within the first minute of me uploading it, someone's given me a like and left a comment. And I'm thinking, well, I've only just uploaded it. It's a 13-minute video. How can you, after like 2 minutes, give me a thumbs up and a comment? You haven't watched it, have you? You know, and I think this is what a lot of us find, that people are not actually really watching the videos that we put out. And that in a way can be disheartening as well. So it's great when you know that people have watched it because a comment they've made on the video actually relates. I've even had comments on my videos that don't relate to the video in any way, shape, or form.
Oh my god! Oh Christ!
Like, you know, I'd have a video of, let's say, the ocean, and someone say, "Oh, nice car," and I'm thinking, "What car? Where's the car? I don't see a car in the video anywhere." It really can be that bizarre, you know. I mean, YouTube as a platform is very hit and miss as well, because you can put one video out of something and get a load of hits on it and people really enjoy it, and you do another one and people hardly look at it. Oh yeah, I know. I get them A-frame, and they tend to be trolls, like the guy that, you know, on the Bluebird one, he put dumb, as I said earlier, and I just called him a wanker and then blocked him. Because I sort of thought, well, why even bother commenting?
Yeah.
I don't mind negative comments. I don't mind if it's constructive criticism, I really don't mind it. I'm quite happy for people, because my aim is to produce the best content I can. So if someone has got a suggestion, and says the video was great, but the music for me, it ruined it, or it was too loud, or it was this, well then great, I'll acknowledge that. That's useful. But when people just put a nonsensical comment just for the sake of being nasty, basically, which a lot of people do, as we know, and you always find these people are people that have no content, no subscribers, no content. They're just trolls, and that's all their sole purpose is to go around and basically just piss everybody off, But constructive criticism is always useful. It helps us be better at what we do. And if you are a content creator, as I've said, I am more of a content creator than I am a live streamer. I do this because bloody hell, poker.
Oh, this one.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's important, I guess, to sort of reach out to your audience as well. Hence the live streams, because it's that personal time, It's almost it's like an online family at the end of the day. It's a bit like you don't see a family member, so it's nice to do a live stream now and again and keep in touch, really. Oh yeah, totally, Dimmy. If someone's put crap, I don't take a blind bit of notice. If it's constructive criticism, then I will, take ownership of that and think, yeah, actually, I'll have a look at that. You might be right. And sometimes I've played a video back. But the rest of them say, most of the people that do that, Dimmy, are people that basically they are not creators. They haven't got an ounce of creativity in their body. So they like to go and try and disrespect and have a go at people that, well, who? The spouse is producing a video. Oh, okay. What kind of a video? But yeah, the ones that do it, that's what they do. They're effectively professional trolls on YouTube, and they get the greatest pleasure out of putting other people down, So, and when I was first doing it, I used to take it personally because I used to think, I've not done anyone any harm. Why are you attacking me or something, But they do it because they can. It's not personal as such, But I took it personally. I did used to take it personally because I don't go out and actively attack people or do anything to upset anybody. So when someone attacks me, I think, well, why? What have I done to you? But of course, there is no rationality behind trolls and why they do what they do, other than the fact that it's just to disrupt.
Yeah.
It's just to cause disruption. And I did say, hands up, I did take it personally. It used to sort of really upset me. I used to think, why? Why are you being so nasty? But some people are just like that, or they'll say something nasty because they know it'll trigger you. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the past, I have been triggered. I don't mind admitting it. I have been triggered in the past. And I think if you care about what you do, then that's why it can get to you. Yeah, my view of trolls now, providing they don't upset anyone in my chat and they're not being offensive, then I tend to let them go. But and some channels apply that too much with allowing that sort of freedom in the chat, and I will mention somebody that both Marsha and I know is Eric. There's one particular person that goes in his chat and is disruptive from the minute he comes in, and Goldie has left, Amy has left, I've left, because Eric says, oh, you know, I like to give people the opportunity to, well, that's fine, but when everyone starts leaving your chat, your live stream because of it, then it's time to sort of say, hang on a minute, I need to do something about this person. You know, there's tolerance, and then there's actually allowing someone to bring your channel down. And I don't know. I think I've tried, and I think Goldie has tried to tell him politely that this person needs, you know, I mean, to upset Goldie is not an easy thing to do. But she didn't like it, and she left. And then Amy McFarlane, she left. And I thought, this is just getting too much, and I left. So it was 3 people who lost in the space of like 2 minutes. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna start leaving you a load of negative comments on your Sunday night streams. Don't go to Gators on a Sunday night, because he does the word thing, hangman. He cheats. He forgets to put letters in, or he'll put an N in that looks like an H. He cheats. Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, you do get it. The thing is, as well, I found the more successful you are or liked on YouTube, the more you're going to get trolls. This is the case. It's as simple as that. It's just how you deal with it, you know. As I say, to a point, you know, you leave them. But I think my chat generally is a safe place. We don't tend to get any problems. Poker doesn't, generally speaking. Marsha doesn't, because they're dealt with as soon as they come in.
Right away.
We don't tolerate it, so they soon know that they're just not going to get away with it, you know. I mean, he wasn't a troll. We had one in Pokers earlier, who thought it was clever to say hi to Poker and ignore me, which to me is rude. You don't ignore the co-host. And even when I raised it, then we got the LMAO laughing and still ignored me. So I blocked him.
Yeah, we don't tolerate that.
I timed him and blocked him, because I thought, if you want to be ignorant, I could be equally as ignorant.
Yeah.
So, are you sure about that, Gator? Can you provide evidence? Have you got evidence of that? Because unless I see it in black and white.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you know, and it was deliberate, because he came straight in and said hi, Poker, totally ignored me and said hi to everybody else in the chat.
Yeah.
And then when I sort of joke and stole, you know, I was obviously got the, you know, with me, and there's no reason why he should have a problem with me at all. I've never said anything bad to him whatsoever.
Yeah.
But he chose to ignore me completely. So I thought, okay, I have the power. Bam, you're gone.
Yeah. And you can really have my full support on that one. No doubt.
It wouldn't normally bother me, but I think if you're going to come into someone's chat, it's courtesy to acknowledge the people on the panel.
Yeah.
That, you know, whoever's thing is, you know. Thank you, Rycott. Well, the thing is, we're real. We're real people. What you see is what you get, you know. And I'm not bothered whether people, I'm not one of those that chases likes in terms of whether people like me or not. I'm going to be me, and you either like me for being me or you don't. And if you do, then that's great. Marsha has known me for quite some time now, and I think Marsha would say that I'm probably one of the most honest people. Of course, there's lots of honest people out there, but I'm a very honest person. I don't, have any. And if I state something, it will be because I've got like the facts. I don't state things unless I can either prove it or I've got the facts. It's very dangerous to guess. I don't judge people until they do something to me, just on somebody else's say-so. Yeah, I know. That's exactly the same with me, Dimmy. He cheats all the time. Yeah, Poker's got a channel. We were live on Poker's just before we came live on here.
Yeah.
He's not got very many videos on his channel, but that's something he's going to change. Oh, it was Big Movie Fan came in and said hi to Poker, completely blanked me, said hi to everybody in the chat, and didn't respond to me at all. And thought it was funny when I raised it and said, "Oh, you obviously got the hump with me." And he just laughed and continued to ignore me. So he got booted. He got blocked and booted because it's ignorant. It's rude. You don't need people like that in the chat.
Nope.
I left it for a while to give him the benefit of the doubt to see whether he was, whether he was deliberately ignoring me. I mean, I don't care at the end of the day. It's just, I think it's just ignorant.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me. It's just about the fact that's just ignorant behavior. I don't know, Gator. You're known for cheating on Hangman. You do it so oogly boogly or whatever it is, always gets it right. You've rigged it. Do I change the letter on that one, A-frame, the first letter? Do I change that P for a different letter? No, I mean, we're all about sort of relaxed chat and having a good time and friends having the opportunity to connect with each other. They're not connected. In fact, I can't do it because I haven't got my YouTube up. Have you got the power to mod?
No, I have not the power to mod on your channel. Then you haven't given me a permission to.
I thought I had. It must be on. I'll have to.
Yeah, but I cannot mod up people on your channel. Then I have to access to your YouTube channel to do it. I don't have that one, so you have to do it if you want to mod up someone.
Bear with me a second. Let's
Yeah.
go and hit the YouTube streets. Am I live? No. UK Medic isn't live.
No.
Oh God, why isn't he live?
What a lazy bastard. He is not live.
No, I can't find him. I'm calling to YouTube and I can't find my own live stream. There I am. I've had to type it in. Let's mute that. Let's go over to there. And let's do that. And also.
Oh.
What are you all in for?
I'm not sure what you're doing right now.
Oh, you'll see in a minute.
That's why I say, oh, what's happening now?
There we go. So Dimmy and Reichardt should both have wrenches.
Yeah.
And that way they can drop their own links if they want to, so that people can connect to them.
Yeah.
Click, click, oops.
Yeah, so that was click. What happened now?
No, nothing's happened. Yep, Dimmy's got a spanner. That's good. And Rykart, there you go. So now either of you can feel free to drop your links if you want to connect with anybody and them to connect to you.
Yeah.
So I think Dimmy and I need to make sure that Gator behaves himself tomorrow, and we won't tolerate the cheating.
Damn trolls.
You're welcome. You are most welcome to the wrench. God, I've known you long enough now, so if you haven't got a wrench by now, you should have had one. So there you go. You are fully wrenched. And the thing about moderators as well, got 911 on speed dial for Gator. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, I'm going to record his stream for evidence, and then if he denies that he's cheated, I shall hand over the tape to the FBI. Because you do realise, Dimmy, he's actually infringing on our constitutional rights by cheating. It's in the Constitution. Thou shalt not cheat. And make sure, Gator, that your N looks like an N, not a bloody H. Get you trained up. I've given him stick. He did make me laugh on one of them, though, because he was standing there going, come on, what's the word? And he was standing in front of it, so you had no chance. You couldn't bloody read it. I said, move to one side. So you'll be for it tomorrow night, Gator. I'll tell you, you'll be for it. We'll be on you. I shall record the whole live stream and go back over it and point out. And then what I shall do is I shall do like a trolling video. So see this guy here, look where he cheats, look, and I'll do an expose. Like I did with Kelly, I'll do a whole video. Breaking news. Well, thanks, Rykart. I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to see you. I should think you do, Gator. Do as you're told, man. You are now on alert, G. Yeah, we'll keep you in line. Don't worry about that. And no favouring Gordon. We don't want none of this bloody Gordon, you know. You've got two of us on the case now. I'm going to record the video. Dimmy's going to take notes. So we've got the evidence to present to the High Court. We'll go in front of Congress and say, this guy talks about the Constitution and look what he does. He cheats. I can imagine he's sitting there cracking up. If I know Gator, he's probably laughing his head off. Oh dear. Why are you in hospital, Latoya? Red Sox, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm going to hear the birds singing.
Yeah. That is the meaning of have me on the panel, so you can be up to the morning.
Yeah. That's all right. I haven't got to go to work, so it doesn't matter. So
me neither. Day off tomorrow also.
Right, Latoya. Well, I hope you'll be okay. So I'm just making sure I've got everybody in the chat. Administrative state. What he means is his admin's in a state. Let's have a. I think Dimmy will appreciate the artistic work in this.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a classic. Had to be done. Ah, right. Yeah. Some of the AI programs allow you to do the voice, and then it will make that actually open its mouth and do to that particular voice or whatever. I mean, I was playing around earlier. I'd got Donald Trump's face on Captain Kirk, William Shatner. On the bridge of the Enterprise, I've been playing around. Or we can have this one. Oh. Yeah, if you look through, there's some of the AI generators. Yeah, I use CapCut a lot. Clipchamp and CapCut. The three that I use for my editing, I use PowerPoint for doing certain stuff, especially when I'm doing like an overlay. CapCut and Clipchamp. And I have used Canva. Canva's another good one. Canva is quite good. It's got some good templates. It depends on what you're doing. But I haven't got any of these fancy editing programs. A lot of people pay out a lot of money. I did try DaVinci Resolve, the free version, and I couldn't get on with it at all. Yet they reckon it's really easy to use. I didn't find it at all easy. Whereas, Canva is good. It's very good. Easy to use. Yeah. Photoshop. Yeah. Supposed convicted felon Trump. Yeah. I'm sort of reserving judgment on that one because obviously it's not how I am when it comes to politics in other countries. I tend to sort of take a little bit of a step back because obviously, my opinion is my opinion. I think there's some truth in what he says about it all being a bit of a conspiracy, because I know how the judicial system works here in the UK. We've got several cases going on here for certain things, and you just know at the end of it, millions of pounds are being spent of taxpayers' money on these cases, and then they'll walk away scot-free. So, but I try not to talk about Donald Trump too much because I know how much Marsha loves him. So I try not to mention Donald Trump too much. But no, I tend not to have too broad a view on external politics, just purely because it's the quickest way to start an argument. Especially when people sort of like refer to our royal family. And I think, well, you don't know what's going on any more than we do. So I think we need this one. This is a bit of messing around with green screens and AI.
May I help you?
We'll be asking the questions, old man. Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh, I don't know. I'll play this one for Marsha because I know she enjoys this one. She's going to swear at me.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Someone had to do it. Oh dear.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, as I say, although he's not anything to do with the UK, I quite like Donald Trump. I have to say, yes, he's a misogynist, and yes, he's an arrogant son of a bitch. But I think he did a lot of good when he was president. So, you know, that's my opinion. Nothing more. So, but yeah, he's definitely a bigot and, you know, arrogant. He's all of those things. Absolutely, 100%. Doesn't make him a bad president, though. Certainly better than what you have at the moment. And don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Joe Biden. He just shouldn't be in that position. He's too old. He's losing his marbles. It's not his fault, bless him. But as I've always said, most presidents are just there, the figurehead, to take a bullet, basically, if it comes to it. Somebody for people to vent there. The same as every country. The figurehead is the figurehead, and that's all they are. It's always been my belief that it's the Secret Service that run the country, not just America, but here in the UK. The Secret Service run the company, and the president and the prime minister are just faces for you to vent your anger at when things don't go right. And if someone's going to take a bullet for the cock-ups, it will be the president or the prime minister or whatever.
Yeah, right, Gator. You can make for president.
Yeah, you know what they say, though? Power corrupts. I'd probably be an absolute arsehole if I made it. You know, if I was president, I'd probably become as corrupt and as bent as the rest of them. You know, if you work in a candy store, you're not going to not steal a few sweets now and again, you know. You know, if you work in Marsha's kitchen, you're not going to not nick a cake.
Nope.
It's as I say, power does corrupt. Simple as that.
Yeah,
That's a known fact. So, and you 9 times out of 10 you can't believe half of what the politicians tell you. I always think back when it comes to politics, corruption, and everything else. I'd bankrupt a candy store if I worked there. You and me both. Is Bill Clinton. I thought Bill Clinton was an excellent president. He did a lot for world peace. Was a major contributor to the ending of the troubles between Northern Ireland and the UK. You can't tell me that man wasn't set up. How many women would keep a dress with semen on it? You'd take it to a dry cleaners and get it cleaned. You wouldn't hang on to the dress. That man was set up, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you've not heard any more about Biden and all the paperwork that's supposed to have been in his garage.
Oh, it's silent.
Stuff that he'd taken home. You don't hear any more about that. It's all Trump, 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 Trump. So, you know, of course, while the focus is on him and all his wrongdoings, yeah, he did do some good. It certainly did a lot for, I would say, for Europe and this side of the water. He was very instrumental in doing a lot of stuff over here, which, you know, of course, you guys would know him better than we would over here. We only know what we sort of saw, you know, the same as you only know what you see of things about with our royal family and all that, you know. It's you only know what the media feed you. That's the thing. The media being the main controlling power. You know, if it's in the media, it must be right. So,
Mike, I can't feel my face. Is it moving? Is it moving now? Because I can't move it. I can see and I can hear, but I can't move, and I think I've lost my sense of smell. Oh no, the smell's still working. Oh, I wish I could turn my face away from that. Oh, that is lethal.
Oh, dear.
right, left. No, you got that wrong. It's got to be left, right, not right, left, right, left. That's the military background coming out now. If you're going to do it, get it right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Attention.
Attention.
I didn't like being shouted at.
No.
I didn't like being shouted at. Do you know what, Marshall? That's if I had one thing that I would say about the world is it is so immoral. To me, it's immoral that there are people in this world that have got more money than they would ever need.
Yeah.
And there are people that are starving and people living in poverty. That is something I think is one of the biggest injustices. And one of the biggest hypocrites, and I may upset people saying this, but I don't care, it's my opinion. one of the biggest hypocrites is the Catholic Church, because they have got so much money, it's unbelievable. And if the church was truly supposed to be what the church is supposed to be, why are they sitting on that? Why does the Vatican have all that treasure and all that money? And they can stand there and sort of the Pope can stand out on the balcony and say what he says about this and about that. You know, living in luxury, basically. To me, that's totally immoral. The world would be a better place if all these wealthy people that I'm talking about, people like Elon Musk and all those right at the top of the chain that have got all that money, were to share it out, the world would be a better place. There wouldn't be half the problems that there are. You know. But we live in a world where you have the greedy and you have the needy.
Yeah.
And as George Carlin said, it's a big club and you ain't in it. But Yeah, we live in a very unfair world in that sense. I know, some of these people, they may have worked hard for it, but to have just achieved so much and have so much money, how can you? I couldn't sit and look out of my window at someone starving in the freezing cold, and live with myself. They'd have to be brought in and have a mug of hot soup or something, It's the same here, A-frame. It's exactly the same here. All that happens is the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And when you look at, I don't sort of see how your politics, a lot of that kind of thing. But here, whenever they make any kind of tax changes, they always make sure that the wealthy get to hang on to as much of their money as possible by taking it away from the people that earn the least. They take away from the poor to give to the rich. They make sure that their buddies get all the money. What happens is they put the tax up for the ordinary working folk, and then because they want the thing, they say it's to encourage growth. They give tax relief to the multimillionaires, the corporations. Somebody who's got millions and millions of dollars, or they give them tax relief. We're cutting the tax, for people that earn over sort of like 180,000 a year, and the person that's on 20,000 a year, his tax has just gone up. It's like Robin Hood, but it's the other way around. Rob from the poor to give to the rich. We've got to be kept in our place. We're just humble drones. It's all to keep us in our place. It's always been, the world has always been like it. It's never been any different. Yeah, exactly, Marsha. And that's why, I try and do my bit. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm happy to sort of try and help, to help out. I think if everybody did their bit, because no matter how bad off you are, the reality is you're always better off than somebody else. There's always someone worse off than you are,
Yeah.
Well, there's so many organisations and all these big companies that fiddle their taxes, that get away with not paying their taxes. Again, that's wrong. Would you know, when I was in the ambulance service, Marsha, one Christmas when I wasn't working, Denise was working, I actually worked on a soup kitchen, handing out soup and bread rolls and stuff and food to the homeless while I was off over Christmas, which is like not often when I was on the ambulance service. I had time off. I've always tried. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a saint by any stretch of the imagination, but I always try to help out where I can. It's like probably about 6 weeks ago, I went through my wardrobe where I'd bought stuff when I was bigger and I'd lost weight. I'd never worn it, brand new, still with the tags on, just never worn it. Took it to the charity shop and they were absolutely overjoyed. The stuff was brand new with the tags on and everything. And it wasn't cheap stuff, but I was never going to wear it. So what was the point in it sitting in my wardrobe, taking up space? One of them was a really nice suit. So somebody, when they go for a job interview, can go to a charity shop and buy a really nice suit for next to nothing. Well, this is the problem. Well, I saw something, the figures. We have over 4 million homeless in the UK, 4 million homeless, and 14 million living on the poverty line. yet we can find accommodation and homes for illegal immigrants, which they are. They claim they're asylum seekers, but they're illegals. But we can put them up in hotels and find them accommodation, whilst we've got 4 million homeless. You know, young guys that have got jobs, can't afford or find anywhere to live, sleeping on other people's floors. Like they say, sleep on my floor one night and then go and sleep on somebody else's another. That's just so wrong. How can any government think that that's right? You know, I mean, like our Prime Minister, he's married to a billionairess, basically. Her parents are loaded. He doesn't know what it's like to struggle, to go without. You know, he doesn't have to worry about seeing a dentist or being able to see a doctor. You know, when did the world become so selfish? Don't get me wrong, I'm not a snowflake and woke or anything like that, but I do think that something's got to change. Yeah, I know, it's a disgrace. I follow a lady, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. She lives in her car and she's in her 70s. She got moved on from a cemetery car park that she was stayed in, you know, but she literally lives in the back of her truck thing. It's dreadful. Because she couldn't afford to pay for her home and all the rest of it. It does, Marsha. It certainly does. Like I've said, you know, when I look at other people, like I think I hit the nail on the head the other day when I said on my channel, I think on my last live, instead of concentrating on what you haven't got, be grateful for what you have got.
Yep.
You know, so many people are concerned about what they haven't got. I can sit here and be thankful that I have a roof over my head. I know where my next meal's coming from. I don't live generally in fear of being blown up and having a missile landing on my home. You know, I don't live in that kind of fear. I know that every day I'm going to eat, and that every night I'm going to be under a roof in the warm. And there are people that are living on the streets and don't know where their next meal's coming from. So, you know, and to me, if I'm out and about and I see someone in that kind of situation, if it meant I had to go without one steak to give them a cup of tea and something to eat, then I'd do it. I'll forgo a steak, you know, to make sure they can have something to eat. No worries, Marsha. It's getting to the point where it's going to be daylight here soon, so...
Have a good night, Marsha. Take care.
Take care, Marsha. Thanks for stopping by and supporting the live. And I'll catch up with you on your next one, obviously. I'll probably run this just past the 2-hour mark, and then I shall call it a night.
Yeah.
I don't need to run for 3 hours. Yeah, you get a lot of that as well. You do get a lot of that. A lot of the fakes that try to, you know. I've heard them all. I've heard them from, I'm stuck in a strange city. I've got no money for a hotel. I can't get home. You know, and then we've had everyone saying, oh, you know, come on, let's all band together and get them some money so they can get a room for the night. There's a lot of that goes on.
Yeah, scamming people for money.
The trouble is, because there's so many of them, when it is somebody who genuinely is in difficulty, I mean, I can't think if it's was it libertarian minded. I think it was. was homeless, and he was genuinely homeless, and he was asking for money so he could get something to eat, and I cash apped him £10 so he could go and get something to eat. And 20 minutes later, he messaged me and said, "Could you possibly send me another 10?" And I thought, no, go and get another 10 off of somebody else. And then every time that he was in that situation, he was coming to me asking me for money. And I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. You know, there are other people that can give you money.
Yeah.
You already had £10 from me.
Yeah.
I'll be charitable to a point.
Yeah.
If I think you're taking advantage of me, then no. I've never forgotten that homeless guy when I was working the London Marathon. We're up there early because I was when they're setting up. And I'm not a fan of McDonald's, but it's the only place we could get anything to eat at that time of the morning. So my colleague and I went into McDonald's and got egg and bacon McMuffins and coffee and that. And there was a homeless guy sitting in the doorway of the shop next door to McDonald's. So I got him an egg and bacon McMuffin and a tea. And I took it out to him, handed it to him. And I shall use the politest possible way of saying this. He called me a lady's undercarriage and threw the tea at me, and it hit me square in the back and scalded my back.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he didn't want the food or a drink. He wanted money for drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he threw the tea at me and called me a lady's undercarriage. I had a bright red patch down my back where the tea had burnt me. We've had that here with, they have a magazine called The Big Issue, which they sell, I think it's £2. It's absolute crap, but they stand on the street corners selling this rag. And it's for people that are like homeless or whatever. And there was a lady doing it, and she stood there in all her sort of like rags selling this big issue. And the TV crew were watching her, and they followed. She went around the corner and got in a Bentley.
Exactly.
You know. But it was a whole syndicate. It wasn't just her. There was a whole load of them doing it. And then between them, they were sort of whacking all the money together, or they were running like a syndicated scam, you know. So... Exactly. Well, that's why I bought him the egg and bacon McMuffin and a coffee, but he wanted the money. So why lie? I want a beer. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. I mean, if people are honest, you feel more inclined to, you know. But it's when people do these, you know, fundraising things and all the rest of it, which is why I sort of stopped doing it, because there are so many scammers out there. I didn't want to be lumped into that. I did one for a defibrillator, and that was it. And now anything I do behind the scenes, because there's no way I'm going to try and raise funds online and then be accused of being a scammer or whatever, you know. I mean, I could prove that I'm not, but I'd rather not put myself in that position where someone would even consider that I'd be scamming anyone. So it's one of those. It's just unfortunate we live in a world that there's so many people that go for the easy money and will do anything to get it, that those of us that are honest and genuinely are trying to do some good feel either embarrassed to do so, or, you know. Well, I'll give you an example. One of my neighbours had their van broken into, and they're a builder, and they stole all the tools out of the back of his van. Take care, Dimmy. Good to see you. Glad you enjoyed it.
Take care, Demi. Good night.
Yeah, don't we? Yeah, we don't need to mention a particular channel, do we?
Yeah, exactly.
We know it's never going to change. That's the thing. I will mention it because Marines Anonymous raised it. Nitro and I have seen this now for 3 years, getting on nearly 4 years. Nitro and I both met that person at the same time on the same channel, and we've dealt with that person for nearly 4 years, and nothing has changed. It always goes straight back to the easy option.
Yeah, and that is the reason I don't follow that guy anymore.
I don't even go there and watch. At one point, I used to go. I used to go and watch. I used to clip it, and I used to do. I'm not even going to do that.
No.
You know, it's I've seen it too many times, and I know Frank has as well. You know, we just know it's going to go back to the way it was. It always does. It hasn't changed in 3 years. Why is it going to change now suddenly?
Never going to change.
No. The shortest route to the cash.
Yeah.
Is you know. No. He can get on with what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I don't concern myself with it anymore.
Me neither.
Not when you know it's going to go straight back to how it was.
Yeah.
There was a brief moment when I thought, oh, maybe he might have seen the light, but no, I don't believe it.
He was holding on to that so long, then was back to his same old.
Because it's easy, isn't it? It doesn't require any effort. Doesn't require any effort. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
You'll never stop it. There's always going to be people doing it.
Oh, yeah. I seen Freakins covering Batman. That's also the same sort.
Yeah. As I've said so many times when it comes to YouTube, 0 effort nets 0 results.
Yeah.
You know, you want super chats from people, then you've got to provide entertainment. You've got to give them a reason to give you a super chat, not expect to get one just because you're live.
Yeah. Beggars and scammers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, here's an example, right? The person we're talking about expects to receive super chats just because they're live, just because they're doing a live stream. I've done a live stream for 8 hours. I deserve to be getting, you know.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't. Not if you're not providing entertainment and any kind of value. You know, people donate to channels and give super chats because they're supporting that channel, because that channel's entertaining them, has given them something. It might be a video. They see the videos and they think, yeah, this guy's doing this. Bam. You know, especially where you've got like a hobby or whatever that, you know, that costs money. And then you support that channel. But it shouldn't be you shouldn't expect to receive a super chat just because you've fired your computer up and you've gone live. People work for the money.
Yeah.
You know, don't have to give it away. I mean, I remember when I actually did my fundraiser, Aaron P gave me $1.99 and apologized for it being such a small amount. And my response to that was, Aaron, you didn't have to give me a penny. That's $1.99 that I haven't got to find. You know, he didn't have to give me anything, but he apologized because it was a small amount. It doesn't matter. It's the gesture. It really doesn't, you know, it's got nothing to do with giving amounts. Anything that relieved the burden, because I paid out about $900 for the defib. It needed a new battery because it was refurbished. And my view was anything that I received during the course of that fundraiser was hi MK Gaming. It was money that I didn't have to find. It didn't come out of my pocket, so it relieved some of the burden. So,
Hello, MK Gaming.
I mean, the person I was referring to expects to get at least, like as he calls it, a pinky, $50.
Oh, yeah.
I should be getting at least $50 super chats. Why? What are you doing to earn a $50 super chat?
Standing in the kitchen.
You know, I mean, it's okay doing that if you're providing something. It's okay to sit and have a coffee and have a chat. You know, I mean, like Corner Clubhouse does his chats, you know, and his break and things like that. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know, coffee with UK Medic and me sitting there drinking a cup of coffee and just prattling on. If you're providing some kind of entertainment in terms of maybe you're talking about the news, current affairs, something that's interesting. But again, people don't have to pay you for it.
Yeah.
You know, I chose to go live. No one said UK Medic go live, and therefore I think, well, you better pay me then. I was the one who chose to open up the stream. You know, no one put my arm up my back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. Yeah, they think they're owed it, and these people do. They're self-entitled. We don't live in a world where, you know, people have to work hard for their money. You know,
and like everyone all the world, the prices have gone up. Everyone struggle to keep the ends together, and so
I don't necessarily give out big super chats. I give out what I can afford.
Yeah,
it's the gesture more than anything, showing that I have, you know, there's a thank you, it's a support. It's like saying, oh, you know, come on, let's go and have a coffee.
Yeah,
you know, not pay my week's shopping bill for me. We now have a generation as well of people that don't want to work.
Yeah, that's true.
You take today's youth now; they all want to be either reality TV stars or pop stars. They don't want to actually get a real job. One of our military major generals, somebody turned around and said, if we went to war now and we needed more soldiers, which we do allegedly, where would we get them from? Because none of this lot would sign up for it.
No.
And they're now talking about doing national service again in the UK. Well, they're not actually going to punish them if they don't. They can refuse. And if they do, they're not going to be punished. What they're saying is that they'll have to do maybe 20 hours a week for a couple of months community service.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? They're all going to tell us, oh, well, I ain't going in the army.
Oh.
And I think given the state, you know, with some of these youngsters, it wouldn't hurt them to have the discipline of going in the military. As I'm sure Marines and Army Mum would agree that, you know, the grounding that you get in the military, you have moral values and you have standards and you have honour. And a lot of today's youngsters don't have any of those qualities. You know, that's why when I sort of see, hiya, Susanna.
Yeah.
It is a very weak punishment. Yeah. You say, oh, you have national service, you've got to join the military. And then if you don't, oh, well, you can do a few hours work in the community. No, they should be made to go in.
Yep.
They really should. If you're going to do national service, there should be no get out clause unless you're medically unfit. You know, because it's good grounding. It's good grounding. It teaches them discipline. You know, we don't live in a world where you can do just as you please, but a lot of them think you can. So it certainly would not do any harm to go into the military and be taught that you can't just do whatever you want in life. There are rules that have to be adhered to. Yes, shitloads of laws that we don't like. I don't like the fact that I'm told what speed I can drive at. You know, my view is if I want to do 90 on the motorway and it's only 70, well, so what? But unfortunately, the law says I can't. So I have to abide by that or pay the consequences of my actions if I don't do it. And that is life. Life is full of rules and regulations, whether you like it or not. There has to be some kind of structure. You have to have order of some kind. Yeah, see, I joined to learn my trade as a medic. I figured it was the best place to get grounding and training in the medical field. Okay, so I had to learn to fight before I learned to heal. But it certainly was a great stepping stone and jumped me up the ladder in Civvy Street as a medic. It teaches you a lot. It teaches you a lot. You know. Well, I could spend hours talking about it, but I won't. Frank and I have talked about it many a time about, yeah, it's harsh. You know, they try and break you as such because they have to, because if you're going to break under the stress of the training, you ain't going to survive in a combat situation. So they do everything they can to sort of break you mentally and physically. Well, it was my pleasure to do so, Reichardt. It was my pleasure to do so. It was my choice. You know, no one forced me to do it. And I was very fortunate that I was able to specialize in what I wanted to specialize in. That gave me the career that I've had. So I was fortunate because of what I did. Being in a combat zone, I wasn't right on the front line as such. There were times when I had to be out with those that were doing a particular operation or whatever in case any of them were injured. But for the most part, I was back from it. So, but nonetheless, I've still put myself in a position where I could get blown up, you know. But it's just something you do, you know. I was proud to do it for my country. I'm not sure I'd be proud to do it now, because I'm not even proud of my country anymore. When I think that my grandfather, my great-grandfather fought in 2 world wars for our freedom, and this government has just handed it over to what I can only describe as the enemy.
Yeah, you can not even raise your own flag and wave it.
No. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard this before. If I was to fly the Union Jack, the Union flag, the UK flag in my home, I can be arrested and sent to prison for it.
That is so crazy.
There are religious groups that begin with M and end in S that find it offensive. They find everything that the Union flag stands for offensive, yet they've come to this country. Well, I'm going to swear, fuck off back to your country then if you can't abide by our rules.
Exactly.
You know, in America, I saw, you know, the flags flying everywhere. Here in the UK now, you won't see them. because you can be arrested for it. Because
that
it
is so
offends certain groups of people. And that is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not proud to be British anymore. I'm not even proud of this country. If I could get out of here tomorrow, I'd be gone. You know.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
To just hand over. You know, people come here and they want to change our religion. They want to change everything.
Yeah.
What I would say, both my sons came home from war, went to work. Exactly, Marines and Army, Mum. Exactly. All right, what channel's that, freaking? Yeah, we're not allowed to fly our flag. We'd be arrested for it. It's crazy. Hi, Lisa. And like now, various religious factions in the UK are allowed to hold protests and marches.
Hello, Lisa.
And basically make threats against white British people and get away with it. If you do a counter march, you get arrested and banged up in prison for it. It is really, really fucked up here. It really is. It's absolutely crazy. What I would say, genuine, it's called True North. I'll look that up. You know, the reality is these people that are claiming they're asylum seekers, let's just stop and look at this for a minute. They're all young men of fighting age arriving in the UK. They haven't brought their wives and children with them. So what? How many of you would leave your wives and children behind, or husbands, whatever? You wouldn't. If you're a genuine asylum seeker, you come with your family. You don't. No, it's an army. It's an invasion. Anything that stands for what was the British Empire, our history, they've pulled down statues. They're defacing and destroying. They pulled down the statue of Winston Churchill. They go on about slavery. Anything that relates to slavery, we should be ashamed and be, you know, of our past. Well, what these people forget is we were slaves. We were slaves to the Romans when the Romans invaded. Who do you think rode their galleys? We did. You know. And the other thing they forget, it was their own people that were selling the slaves. This is what they forget. It wasn't us. They were selling them to us, and then we were selling them. Yes, granted. But it was their own people that were selling them. So, and hey, freaking. So, yeah, you know, it's the world is fucked up completely. It really is. I'll go for a few more minutes and then I think I'll call it a night.
Yeah, and here is the True North website, the private chat.
Oh, brilliant. Cheers. Well, yeah, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah.
Exactly. The thing is, you need to have reminders of the past so you don't repeat it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we remember and we know about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you know, so that we don't do that again because they're paying for it now still. Still people being sick from the, you know, you have to understand, you know, even if you go back, like refer to the Holocaust, all those kind of things. If you remove that from history, then you've got nothing to say. We must make sure that never happens again. But they think by removing it, you know, that's the way to do it, because it isn't. There's all those things that teach us to be better or not to make those mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, eventually it'll be in the history books. Why not to buy an electric car? Here's all the reasons why you should never buy an electric car. And I can think of many. You know, it's like throughout your life, you learn by your mistakes. So whatever we did in the past, if that's to be considered a mistake, that needs to be there as a reminder, not removed. You know, it's removing it is not going to solve the problem. Just because you tear down a statue of somebody doesn't mean to say that what happened didn't exist. But this is the crazy world that we live in today, unfortunately. And then there's YouTube.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, then there's Gator. And all that, when all else fails, there's always Gator. If you want to go and lose brain cells, guys, pop over to Gators Live. You'll lose a few brain cells, but it's fun.
Yeah.
No, Gator's a good and dear friend. I love to tease him though. I always make him and his chat laugh. I'll give you why. I'm promoting you, Gator. I'm promoting you. You can drop your link as well, Marines and Army Mum. You've not dropped your link, I don't believe. By all means, if you wish to drop your link. I can't do it because I'm not in YouTube, so I'm just in StreamYard. But you're more than welcome to do it yourself. For the sake of another few minutes, I might as well run it to the 2.5, I suppose. There you go. Poker's done it for you.
Yeah.
So if you go into Gators, you get subjected to this kind of thing. You get this. Let me.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
I can do that now. Marsha's not in the chat. Because you wait, she'll reappear in a minute. She'll go, I saw that medic. Oh, actually, this is an advertisement, guys. I will just run this ad for the chat. This guy is advertising a dental clinic. I suggest you look it up.
Titties like a woman, titties like a woman, I got titties like a woman.
If you need a good dentist, hiya Papa Will. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Papa Will.
Yeah. If you need a good dentist, that's the guy to go and see. He knows a very good dentist. I should modify that, shouldn't I, and incorporate it into an advert about dentistry.
Yeah.
So, Poker, you obviously got the thing for YouTube. Would you drop Papa Will's link in the chat? Oh, sorry, Cable's done it. Cheers, Gator.
Yeah.
Papa Will's got a good channel. Worth going over and taking a look. Unfortunately, and quite often he live streams too late for me, so I don't get to his lives. I only do a live stream now and again, Papa Will. I'm not normally up all night. But every now and again I'll have a sleep during the day and fire up a live. But yes, it's all go. So these last few minutes we'll just stick out a few videos. Oh, let's do the one with the driving in the snow.
The position is not very good here. I will see. I wait a bit and see what.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk moving.
Oh my, no. What is wrong with people?
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit! Stupid people!
Pardon?
Where they go like...
I live here, this happens every year. There's been about 3 accidents already today. 3 already. People are still driving down it. I love it.
Got it on camera.
Oh my god.
Hit 5 cars and carried on driving.
Oh my god. Happens every year.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, that was reckless driving. So he hit 5 cars and just carried on driving, didn't even stop. Oh, what a nightmare. Sounded familiar. Oh, right. So I've got another 8 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day. So thank you very much, all of you guys, for being here.
I'll take care, A-Frame.
Take care, A-Frame. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm only going to run for another 7 or 8 minutes, and then I'm going to shut down anyway. So thank you very much for spending your time with us. Much appreciated. And see you soon. Just makes sense to just run it past the 2.5 now. So having got this far. And again, apologies for the camera not being on, but StreamYard, I don't know if it's StreamYard playing up, but it was lagging so badly. So we turned the cameras off. Yeah, well, so we'll be ending in about 7 or 8 minutes anyway. So thank you very much, Gator, sir. Most kind. And so I'm just gonna run it past the 2.5, and then I shall hit the magic button and end it. That's why I was sort of filling in the last few minutes with videos. It's running out of steam now, so you can have. That makes me laugh every time I see that. I can't believe that someone would walk down the street looking like that. It just beggars belief. It's like, what? Are you for real? Dear, oh dear.
Huh.
Madness. Well, it's not too bad because we've dropped down to sort of 9 in the stream anyway, so that's no bad thing.
It's getting late in the US too, so
Yeah. What, the accident or that woman? that woman was in South Africa. So the car crash was in the UK.
Have a good night, Richard.
Yeah, take over. I'm not shutting down for a few more minutes, but if you've got to go, that's absolutely fine. I know it's late for you guys now. It's daylight here.
Yeah.
Like I say, but I shall still be able to sleep. I'm used to that. Doing the old 12-hour shifts, being up all night and then sleeping during the day. But thanks for stopping by. Appreciated. Just over 4 minutes to go. Come on, hurry up with the 4 minutes.
Hurry up, clock.
Oh, Marines and Army Mum, though. What a sight, eh? What a sight. I wouldn't have believed anyone could possibly go out looking like that. Well, welcome aboard, John Hand. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Excellent. Superb. Thank you very much. Glad you've been entertained. A Chelsea supporter. Uh-huh. I can't say too much about the team that I support.
Me neither.
What about the team you support or the team I support? No worries, Papa Will. You take care, buddy. And I'll try and get to one of yours. Tag me in next time you go live because I don't always get the notifications. And I'll definitely come. If it means I have to have a sleep to be on your live, I'll do it. You know, I like to try and I can certainly do a replay on any of your lives. That's not a problem. But no, not everybody has got content, Gator. Some people are just supporters. So I don't worry too much about that. I don't want you rolling around laughing, John. Oh, dear. Tottenham, dare I say. I'm a Tottenham supporter. He's now rolling around the floor laughing hysterically. No, we haven't had a bad season.
You can't complain, no.
No. But it won't last, though. It never does. That's the trouble.
Oh, make it happen next year, too. Next season.
Just when you think it's going to be great, it all goes pear-shaped again. Just to let you know why I didn't share. Didn't share what? I know, John. That's why I said. Oh, dear. Yeah, but the one thing that we're united in is we all hate Arsenal. Don't matter what team. I don't think it matters what team you support. The one mutual hate is Arsenal. Everyone hates Arsenal. I'll share John's channel. Yeah, if he hasn't got, absolutely. Yeah, if he hasn't got content, of course. Yeah, you see that quite a bit, Gator, where they just literally they're a support channel. They go around watching stuff, you know. And that's how I started. I actually didn't have a channel, so I just used to go around watching other people's channels, and I decided to create one of my own. But initially, I was just somebody that trawled around all the YouTube channels, looking to see what was out there. And if anything I liked, yes, I subscribed to it so that I could find it when they were doing something. Do I think England will win the Euros? Oh, I think if we run true to England form, not a cat's hope in hell. I don't, you know, the England team's performance over the past few years, it's like once they're like, you know, a goal down, they sort of give up. It's like, oh, well, that's it, we're fucked now. They don't seem to bother. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, they've got, if they've got a decent squad, you know, but then you've got to look at who we're up against as well.
I saw they sacked the manager on Chelsea when they finally got it rolling pretty good. They sacked the person who.
Well, he'd done his job, you see, so they didn't need him after that.
Oh, off you go. We don't need you.
We've done what you paid. We've done what you paid. We paid you for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who we end up with in the fight. If we get as far as the finals, it depends who we end up against. We don't want to get beaten by Germany or France.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
So are they going to hire Mourinho, Chelsea?
Huh?
Are you going to hire that person Mourinho, if I spell it right, say it right?
Yeah. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you have passed.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Right, people, lovely people. Thank you very much for choosing to spend time with me. Much appreciated. It's now past the time, and I'm going to, since it's daylight and the birds have started singing. I'll say a big thank you to everybody. So apologies for the camera not being on, but StreamYard just didn't like the cameras tonight. We were freezing up. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you, John. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, Cyclops, we're just about to close down, buddy. But thank you, Cyclops. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, everybody, and catch up with you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.